back to the channel. It's me, searbear, and if you're new here, hello, my name is searbear. It is so nice to meet you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm here today to try out a new game demo. The game demo that we're trying out today is a game called Gloomy Eyes. Gloomy Eyes is a single-player self-co-op cozy horror adventure. Players alternate between controlling Gloomy and Nene. Nene? Nini? Two unique characters as they embark on a journey to bring sunlight back to a world plunged into nasty, bitter darkness. The game is set in a lovingly haunting, Tim Burton-esque visual aesthetic reminiscent of Corpse Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas. The developers are Atlas V, B Revolution Gaming, 3DAR, and Fishing Cactus. The publishers are Art France and Untold Tales. Whenever I was checking out the game, something that did really catch my eye was that it's cozy horror, and it literally says no jump scares. I love that. I love that. Cool, because I jump scare very easily. There's also a mention of the game taking visual inspiration of Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride, and I love both of those movies very much. I was absolutely one of those kids who was obsessed with like Tim Burton movies growing up. And from the trailer, it looks super cute and super fun. I think it's really cool to have like self co-op where you do switch between like two characters. I don't play games very often with that being like a thing, so it's still like completely like new to me, and like just I don't know, I feel like it is a pretty unique concept. I don't know, cozy horror? Like cozy horror? Yeah, that sounds fun. Something else that I thought was super cool is that it's from an award-winning VR movie to full-length game. So the game is out on VR. Gloomy Eyes was originally conceived by 3DAR, Alice V, and Art, and released in 2019 as a VR movie experience narrated by Colin Farrell. The experience received widespread acclaim and numerous awards for its openly Tim Burton-inspired visual style, innovative technology, and charmingly grim narrative. The experience collected nominations and awards at Sundance, South by Southwest, Raindance, Venice, and Vancouver International Film Festivals. So that's pretty, like, dang. I watched the trailer and I was like, wow, this seems like a lot of fun. So here we are. I'm here to try out the demo and show you guys the whole process and let you guys know my thoughts. I don't know if this would be anything that you guys are interested in, but those were the key factors that really caught my eye. I mean, it's super cool that it is originally in VR and stuff too, so I don't know. Yeah, that's about the general information, and yeah, I don't know. So let's check it out. Meow. I gotta say, I'm already sold on this game. The demo was over before I even knew it. I ended up going through the demo twice. The first time was just getting through it, and the second time was just doing a bit more exploring. There are only 2 chapters in the demo where you can play as Gloomy in Chapter 1 and Nina in Chapter 2. I also realized I had said Nina's name incorrectly in the intro. Sorry, Nina. I saw on the Steam page how it's recommended to play the game with the controllers, so when I had launched the game, one of the first things I went to check was if I can change the controls to PlayStation controls. I was not able to do that, but honestly, navigating through the demo wasn't that bad at all. But there was an option for a dyslexia font, which I thought that was a really neat feature. You start off by playing little zombie boy Gloomy and are introduced to the controls in a graveyard. I didn't really get confused with the controls though. One thing that did take me a minute to figure out was how to jump, which was literally just walking up to the ledge I needed to jump to. One of the first things that I noticed was that you can literally see Gloomy's brain. What? It was cute. Is that okay to say? I am a fan of the narration. I do want to know what's going on in this world. The lore seems really interesting. The art of the game itself, I definitely do see the cozy horror Tim Burton-esque vibes. I really am a big fan of the style. There was a big red triangle in the starting area under a light, which I didn't know what it was, so I went to it and found out that it is deadly. But I'm already dead? So light kills me. At least I get to skip the cutscenes if I died. I love that. I really am not a fan of games where you have to sit through the cutscene every time you die. It did take me a minute to realize what I needed to do with the little coffin as well, but I don't think it really took me that long to figure out, honestly. At least it didn't feel like it. Other than that, I was able to get through Chapter 1 pretty quickly and had met with some fireflies and had moved on to Chapter 2, playing as Nina. This is also when you find out that the sun is just gone and she's got to figure out how to get it back. The mission is as big as her eyes. Nina's I did end up spending a bit more time on because I immediately forgot where my room was when I first started or what my goal was to do. But I did find her little detective notebook and I was nosy and I did read it. I mean, I am technically her. It's so cute. I kept grabbing all the little coals while trying to remember how to get back to my room and eventually was able to find it again. User error. Oops. Gloomy is a zombie boy who cannot be near light, and Nina is a little human child who lives with her uncle, the priest, and can be in light. I am seeing how this is a great duo. I was able to get through Nina's story and explore a little bit more here. I had found a disc, which I don't even know what to do with that, and went and got the key and met with some fireflies to start my journey, and the demo was over. I did play through the demo again and did explore a bit more. In chapter 1, I was able to find the narrator, the groundskeeper. There was a little zombie sitting on the ledge, I think. I wasn't able to get too close to him. The part that really got me though is I saw a zombie with a mom tattoo holding a skull, and he smooches the skull! What the heck? I thought it was really silly, I really liked it. I was also able to cheese this area to the fireflies because you do have to get a key to open the gate to get to them, but I was able to just go around the gate. The gate does lead to a road, so I tried to see where the road led to, and it just leads to nothing. When I went back to chapter 2 and wanted to see what happens when my uncle ends up seeing me in the way, just puts me in my room. I went and got the disc again and remembered that there was a little record player in Nana's room. The vibes are vibing, and that's about all I was able to figure out in the demo. I really am curious on the story and love the cozy vibes. I am excited to see how the story progresses and what kind of adventures await Gloomy and Nina, and how we meet. Ooh, I am so excited! The demo was super quick, and I had gone through it in about 26 minutes and went through it twice and explored in about 45 minutes. So if this game ends up something you're interested in, I highly recommend trying out the demo and see how you like the game, since you can really do it in like one sit down. As mentioned before, this game was originally a VR game, so it is already out on Steam for the VR version. If there is a specific console or system that you play on and are interested in playing, this game will be released on PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch in 2025. As of right now, there is no official release date yet, but you are able to wishlist this game on Steam, which I have linked in the description down below. If you ended up giving this game a try, please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!